Welcome to part 8 of Let's Play Scorpion Swamp by Steve Jackson. At the end of the last part, I was on paragraph 398. Let's reread it as a reminder. Okay, you enter a medium-sized clearing containing a small house built of logs. You are in clearing 4. If you have been here before, turn to 239. If you have not been here before, keep on reading. You hear the low growling of a dog, then you see that it is not a dog but a wolf watching you from beside the house. The door opens and a big burly man steps out. Another wolf follows him. The man carries a sword and is dressed as a forester, but you know from the silver wolf amulet he wears that he is the Master of Wolves. You hail him in a friendly fashion. He answers gruffly, ordering you away. Will you obey and leave, turn to 314, cast a spell, turn to 191, or attack him, and turn to 120. Okay, we are going to cast a curse spell on him, and turn to 191, and there he is again. Okay, 191. Here we are. Which spell will you use against the Master of Wolves? Fear, turn to 224. Friendship, turn to 294. Curse, turn to 93. Fire, turn to 64. None of these, turn to 398 and choose again. Okay, turn to 93 and use the curse spell. I'll just say I've used it, so I'll just say to use now. And let's turn to 93. You throw your curse spell at the Master of Wolves. He clutches his throat in pain, but raises his sword nevertheless. Then you feel the effect of the curse upon you. Roll 1 die and lose that many stamina points. Okay, so we're losing 2 stamina points. Let's do that now. Puts me down to 17. There we go. If you live, you must still fight the Master of Wolves, but you can subtract 2 points from both his skill and stamina scores when you do. Turn to 120. Yep, 120. So, just a sec actually, what am I doing? Subtracting what? 2 points from both his skill and stamina, okay. The Master of Wolves gestures and his 2 wolves run towards you. You must fight each of them in turn. If you kill them both, you must fight the Master of Wolves himself. You must fight each of them in turn. If you find yourself losing, you may escape. Turn to 314. If you kill the Master of Wolves and his pets, turn to 154. Okay, first wolf, second wolf, Master of Wolves, let's do this. And we're fighting them in turn. Unsure what in turn means, to be honest, but... First wolf. The S in there. Okay, 7, 5. Seven and 5. I'm going to assume that in turn just means one at a time, because be sort of awkward doing it otherwise, but it must be one at a time, because it says if you kill them both, you must fight the Master of Wolves himself. You must fight each of them in turn. Yes, that must be one at a time. Anyway, let's do this. So, skill 7, my skill is 10, so here we go. Okay, so wolf him first. So that's 11 to 18. And I get 18. That puts him down to 3. And again, 17 to 16. He beats me. So 17 to 16. Puts me down to 15. Okay. 13 to 15. Yeah, 13 to 15. That puts him down to 1. And then 12 to 19. That's killed that one. So then 12 to 19. There we go. Okay, on to the second one now. So second wolf. 6 and 6 for that one. So I just put second wolf. 6 and 6. Let's do this. So his skill is now 6. 16 to 15. Brilliant. 16 to 15. That means he beats me. Puts me down to 13 stamina. Okay, let's continue. 16 to 20. So I beat him. Puts him down to 4. What am I doing? Oh yeah. 11 to 19. That's more like it. Puts him down to 2. So in theory, just one more. And then 13 to 16. Good. That's the end of him. Oops. 13 to 16. That puts him down to 0. Right, okay, now we're doing the Master of Wolves. Right, his skill, remember we subtract 2 from his skill and his stamina because he'd done the curse spell on him. So 11 and 10, that makes it 9 and 8. So skill, I'll just do it now and then say it's down to 9 just to remind me of what he really was. And then 10 has gone to 8, hasn't it? Okay. Okay, so his skill is 9, mine is 10, let's go. Okay, so 16 to 17. So 16 to 17 puts him down to 6. 17 to 15, he beats me. 17 to 15, so puts me down to 11 stamina. Okay. 13 to 13, so both the same. 19 to 20, good, got 2 10s in a row. 19 to 20 puts him down to 4. 11 to 21, that was good, wasn't it? 11 to 21 puts him down to 2. So fingers crossed this is the last one. 17 to 22, it was good. 17 to 22. That means Master of Wolves, Mr. Master of Wolves is dead. Good, that's the end of that. Let's get rid of the buzzing because it's annoying. And let's read on. If you kill the Master of Wolves and his pets, turn to 154. Let's do that. But it have been worth it. The only thing of interest that the Master of Wolves had was his wolf amulet. You take it and then go and investigate his hut to turn to 46. Okay, so we have a wolf amulet. Wolf amulet. There we go. Turn to 46. There is nothing more you can do here unless you can get into the hut, but it appears to be magically locked and you can find no way to open it. You decide to leave. Turn to 314. You have 2 choices. If you go north, turn to 90. If you go east, turn to 195. We're going to go east and turn to 195. You are in clearing 1. Actually, this is no more than a wide spot where 3 trails meet. The ground is very shaky and wet, and huge insects flit over the pools of water that dot the ground. If you want to step carefully across to another trail, turn to 58. If you would rather just jump over the soft part, turn to 91. Okay, we're going to jump over the soft part and turn to 91. Roll 2 dice. If the result is equal to or less than your stamina, you made the jump. Otherwise, you fell short. Caught your leg in the mire and twisted your arm slightly when you landed. Subtract 1 point from your skill. You may now leave the clearing. Will you travel west, turn to 398, east, turn to 105, or south, turn to 208? Okay, so we need to do that skill thing. So, equal to or less than your stamina. Our stamina is currently 11, so we could actually fail this. So roll 2 dice and we get an 11, which is equal to or less than 11, so we were successful. Good. Okay, what am I doing? Okay, now we're going to go to the south, turn to 208. It seems to become lighter as you walk along. Through the trees above you, you suddenly catch a glimpse of blue sky. A few minutes later, you see an opening in the trees, and when you step through, you realize that you have left the swamp. If you are not ready to leave Scorpion Swamp, you may retrace your steps and walk back the way you came until you reach the first clearing. Turn to 195. If you are ready to return and report the outcome of your quest, turn to 159. Okay, Yep, we are ready to return and report the outcome of our quest, so turn to 159. Okay, you feel that you have done all you can. Now you must return to your patron and report your success or your failure. Did you undertake your quest for Celator, turn to 6, Grim Slade, turn to 226, or Poomchucker, turn to 56? We were on Grim Slade's side, weren't we? So let's turn to 226. A stone's throw from the swamp's edge, you find the Tower of Grimslade, still reeking with evil. Once again you see the great iron door with its hideous expression, but it has changed somehow. You shiver and start to knock, but the door opens in front of you. Grimslade is there, quivering with eagerness. Did you get them? What have you brought me? Where are they? He holds out his hand. What do you tell him you have? No amulets at all? Turn to 54. 1 or 2 amulets? Turn to 7. Or 3 or 4 amulets? Turn to 194. Okay. We have 3 amulets. I'm just going to write down on my hand quickly, once I get a pen, just so I can see what happens if we fail him, because it's quite interesting, isn't it? Let me just write that down with a pen, if I can find one. No, I can't find a pen. Oh no, here it is. Nope, dropped it. There we go. Right, okay. Just want to write down 226. There we go. That's all I wanted to do. There we are. Right, pencil case back in the drawer, and we're done. Okay, so we have 3 or more amulets. Turn to 194. He laughs gleefully. Excellent. I knew you would not fail. Give them to me. Will you hand them over or ask for your payment first? If you hand them over, turn to 99. If you want your money right now, turn to 207. We're going to demand payment, so we're going to go to 207. What was that? What is that thing? Don't know. Anyway, 207. Grimslade scowls at you. You are clever. Insolent but clever. Before your watchful eyes he counts out 500 gold pieces for each amulet. It takes a while. Finally he sweeps them into a pouch and hands them over. Turn to 358. You take the money he has given you and leave, but you wonder, did you do the right thing? You fear your money is tainted, but you know that you can do nothing about it. Next time you go wandering, you will be more careful about whom you serve. Your adventure is over. Right, that's the end of that. Right, now let's go back to 226. Yes, that was Grimslade's quest, which we've done. I'm sorry about the lateness of this video, but I've been extremely busy with other projects. Projects just being I don't know, other stuff. I don't want to go into that, but anyway. Anyway, so what happens if we say we have no amulets at all? 54. His face contorts with rage, and he screeches at you. How dare you return empty-handed? Test your luck. If you're lucky, go to 109. If you're unlucky, turn to 285. Okay, 285. Let's try that one first. The wicked mage is furious and decides to exterminate you right then and there. Prepare to die, insolent worm. He waves his hand and casts a spell of weakness on you. Cut your stamina in half. You must fight now or die. If you want to attack with your sword, turn to 124. If you try to use magic against the wizard, turn to 256. Blimey, a lot of options there. 256. Let's try that first. Blimey blocks. You are brave, or maybe just foolhardy, daring to cast spells at the evil sorcerer. Which spell would you try? Cursed? Let's just go through these. I need a pen again now. These are just things just to fill up the rest of the book, aren't they? Because, you know, we've already failed the quest. It should just say, we failed. I mean, I don't really see the point of doing all this, to be honest, but I'll go through them anyway. Cursed, 274. Let's try that one. Ah, blimey, still goes on. You cast a curse on evil wizard, the curse that he gave you himself. He screams and clutches at his throat. Of all spells, his own curse has the most potent effect on him. He falls to the floor dead. Then you feel the curse's effect on you. Roll one die and lose that many points of stamina. If you're still alive, you start to search his sinister tower to see what treasures he might have hidden away. But the air is becoming thick and oppressive. Your ring is still warning you of evil, more, if possible, than before. You smell brimstone. If you want to stay for a few minutes and see what you can find, turn to 375. I think we've done this one, haven't we? I remember doing this one. This is what happens if you choose to kill him before you do his quest, I think. So I'm not going to bother with that. I think we've already done that. Fear, turn to 365. Let's try that one. Here we go. You decide that a fear spell will give you your best chance in the battle ahead. You cast it on Slade, but he waves his hand and it rebounds onto you. The icy hand of terror grips your heart, leaves one skill point, turn to 124. Okay, let's try another one. Okay, right, let's just go back to 54 and let's just do something else because this is stupid and I'm getting bored, to be honest. Okay, what happens if we're unlucky? Wait a minute, did we do lucky or unlucky? I can't remember now. Let's say to 285. Was that the unlucky one? Did we do that? Yeah, so 109 was the lucky. He mutters and blusters, but he has seen you fight and he is not quite angry enough to attack you. Will you leave with what you have? This is just, I can't see the point of this. Let's just go back to 226 and then just, I mean, why can't it just end? Alright, let's just try 1 or 2 amulets, 10 to 7, see what happens with that. The evil wizard's brow darkens and the designs on his robe writhe ominously. Well, he mutters, it's better than nothing. Give me what you have and I will give you 250 gold pieces. If you choose to accept his offer, turn to 266. If you remind him that he had promised you more, turn to 207. Okay, let's just try this one. Right, 7 on my handy. Alright, 207. Slade scowls at you. Okay, yes, just that one again, isn't it? We've done that one. So let's return to 7. So, so even if we had 2 amulets, we still end up winning. You know, we can still win the thing. 266. He tosses you a pouch of gold. You catch it in mid-air and turn on your heel. Suddenly you walk down the dark hallway towards the awful door. Turn to 242. As you cross the threshold, you realise that the pouch is not as heavy as it should be, not even by half. After you risked your life for him in a swamp, Slade has cheated you. Will you run back and attack? It's just this again, isn't it? Yeah, that's just the end again, isn't it? And the spell things, you can kill him. Same thing as before. Okay, 226. So 194, does that lead to the same one as before? And then I can stop this misery. Yeah, 99, this is different. So 99. You hand Slade the amulets for which you braved Scorpion Swamp. He takes them from you, smirking nastily. Stepping out of the room, he returns with a small but heavy pouch. He tosses it to you, and you hear the clink of coins. "Begone," he says, "and do not return, for I am done with you." 10 to 242, yeah, it's the same thing as before. Yeah, so it's best if you. The best thing is you have to get him to count out the gold in front of you. Otherwise, you end up with less, and you have to do the old fighting him and running away nonsense. Anyway, so that was that. Yeah, thank you for. Whoops, made the thing a bit thinner there. Thank you for watching Let's Play Scorpion Swamp. It took 80 videos because I did all the quests, because comments asked me to. So, next book is going to be Caverns of the Snow Witch. Might do a Master System game in between that, or perhaps a PlayStation game, I don't know. I'll have a think about it, to be honest. But I'll hopefully do another video very, very, very soon, because I do have a bit of a break. It's always hard when I stop doing videos for ages. For some reason it takes me longer to get back into them, and when I'm back into them I can sort of churn out one a day. But if I stop doing them I just can't be bothered to get back into them, really. It's a strange phenomenon, but a phenomenon I would like to stop in its tracks, to be honest. Anyway, so thank you for watching. Hope you can join me for Caverns of the Snow Witch or whatever other video I do next time. Thanks again, and goodbye.